Hello and welcome everybody. This is a tutorial about how to clean your architecture drawing for mechanical work. What I mean by cleaning is making it ready, making its size less for the easiest and smoothest work on MEP. I have here a drawing, architecture drawing, which consists of some elevations and some sections and some side plans and other stuff. As you can see here, I am using AutoCAD 2014 and I'm using the classical look of it. So probably if you want to have this look, it's not that hard, but probably you'll need to watch my other video of how to make it like looks like this. Here what I'm gonna start be doing is by removing all the unimportant stuff, like some dimensions and some colors, probably some numbers that I don't need, the outer extensions. So it's easy to do this just by hovering over it and just delete it. That's probably so simple. And I'm gonna be doing this for the rest of the plan. I'm just gonna remove this here and let's continue doing the same thing. I don't need this either, so I'm gonna delete it too. I don't need any of this. And this too. Here is some elevations, probably I'm not gonna need it too. And if I needed it, I can just open it from the source file, so it's fine to remove it now while you are working on MEP. Remove this too. Now I can tell that I removed most of the outer covers, and I'm not gonna need most of these dimensions too, so I'm gonna remove it. But it is here, it's made as a block, so I need to explode it first, and then I select one of them and choose select similar to choose all of them and then delete. I do this by the shortcuts from the keyboard, which you can change from the command alias. It's so simple, I think. And if you want me to make a tutorial for it, I can do this, of course. Now what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna write command purge pu. That's to remove all unimportant stuff that's still remaining, like layers that I don't use and other things, and choose nested and then purge all. Now I have my plan. What I'm gonna need to do now is to make it all on one layer, so I'm gonna write LA layers, and here it is. I'm gonna make a new layer which I'm gonna call arc, and I'm gonna change its color to gray, because that's the popular color for arc drawings. And I'm not gonna need like other colors in my drawing except this gray. I'm gonna make it current by double clicking on it and then open the lock, and here I have my new layer. So what I'm gonna need you to do now is to double click on your scroll wheel to make sure that there is nothing else in your plan except these drawings, and I'm gonna choose all of them, put all of them on your new layer. Where are you? Here, arc layer. I'm gonna notice that most of my drawing color is changed to gray now, but I still have some dimensions. I'm gonna delete it by select similar to. Now I can see that I have also some grids which came from the architecture drawing, so I'm gonna need to remove it too, but I cannot remove it all, so I just need to remove the inside. I'm gonna make like a little square from here to here, and I'm gonna choose it and then type TR for trim. Now I have a trim box, so I need to trim all of the inner grids, but be careful not to trim any architecture drawing like for the building itself. So I will need only the outers of these grids so as to know where I'm working on later. But anything from inside that will be just distracting for me. And I can see that I removed everything. I'm gonna press escape and then choose my boxes that I made, copy it, and then to my other level and choosing it and doing the same thing. Type TR for trim and trimming everything, every grid to be precise. There is something that sometimes these grids are made as a block, so probably you're gonna need like to explode it first before trimming it. Trimming this. No, that's a section line. I cannot trim this because this is a section line. No, this, yeah, and this. These two. Okay, now press escape and copy it for the third level too. Doing the same things. Choosing it, writing trim, and then trimming everything inside. Everything grids inside, not everything. You know, I might be working a little bit fast, but I don't want you to be bored, so I'm trying to be as fast as I can. Now, as I have trimmed everything, I can notice that I have some different colors in my drawing still, so I'm gonna choose everything on my plan and make its color to gray, the color of my layer. Now I have everything on the layers that I made, the arc layer, and everything changed its color to gray. There are other not usable layers, but you cannot see. There is nothing on it. I removed everything to the layers that I made, but still I need to remove all these useless layers. I'm gonna do this by a command called layer merge, LAMRG. Type in layer merge and then it's telling me to select object on layer to merge or name. I'm gonna choose name and I'm gonna choose all my layers that I have which isn't useful anymore, but I'm gonna remove like some important layers that I don't want to remove, like div parts, and choose this one with me. Okay, and then press OK, and it's telling me select object on layer to merge. I'm gonna press space key. Now it's telling me to select object on target layers, the layers that I want to make everything on it. I'm gonna search for arc, the layers that I made, and then press OK. Do you want to continue? OK. Now look with me, I have only 3 layers. The zero layer, the div that I kept, and my arc layer. Now everything seems good. But still I have like some dimensions, selecting similar and then delete. What do I have here? Probably I'm gonna need this for the ceiling itself, so I'm gonna leave it. Okay. Now everything seems pretty good for me. And I have some dimensions here which I'm gonna delete too. I don't need this. Okay, That seems pretty good. Now what I need to do is to make one more purge to make sure that I don't have anything that isn't usable for me. Purge all. Okay. Now the next step is by making each plan as a block by typing PLO block. First choosing it and then typing PLO. Now it's telling me to write its name, so I'm gonna write the first plan as ground, and then I have to choose the big point. This point is so important if I want to copy it later or something like this. So I'm gonna choose big point, and I'm gonna choose like here, from here. Okay. And now I have this plan as block. I'm gonna do that same thing for the second floor. Write in PLO block, and then begin a point to make its vertex, and then write in its name. Okay, mezzanine. Okay. Now I have it as a block, and the third plan too. Block, and write in its name. Picking up the point. This step is so important because later when you are working you will need like to have all your plan as a block. So as if you want to select one of your like work in MEP thing like a line or an air handling unit or anything like this, you won't have choose by mistake any line or any architectural lines, which would be so annoying. So this is an important step, so important step. Okay, I forgot to choose the name. Okay. And okay. And then pressing OK. Now I have all my plans as a block. Remain in the side plan. But here there is one thing. I still have some dimensions that I cannot delete because it's like made already as a block. So I'm gonna double click on it. I'm gonna choose OK. I entered the block now, so I can delete anything that I want. I'm gonna delete this, select similar, and then press delete. Now I can see that these layers aren't gray, so I'm gonna choose it, and I'm gonna put it on my arc layer, and then I'm gonna select its color pie layer. Okay, and then choose close block editor and then save. Now I have it removed. Okay. Now I'm facing a problem, which is I'm trying to scroll out and it's not scrolling out. So I need to do this, type a command REA, which is regeneration all, because sometimes like your RAM is totally full, so I need to make like regenerate all to remove all saved things to make zoom out. And making a block of the side plan, choosing the big point, and okay. You can see now I have all my plans on block, and out of nowhere I double clicked scroll wheel and found this thing on my page, so I am gonna delete it. Probably it's a dot or something like this, and then double scroll again. Now I have all my plans in the zoom, so everything is okay. I'm gonna save it by clicking save or command S, and make a new folder for it. I'm gonna call it 2022, and by today's date. Just be sure not to delete the DWG extension, because that's the extension of the file. I'm gonna call it clean and press save, and here I have my plan ready for work. Thank you.